Lipedema vlog. So, wanted to show you this cute little mug that I got. Let's see. Yeah, it almost reminds me of Nikki de Saint-Phalle, but it's about lipedema. I got it off of Zazzle. I'll put the link below. I don't know if that's backwards or not. Lipedema Strong. Anyway, I like that. I feel like as I'm progressing on this lipedema journey that to some degree I have more questions than I have answers. Like I'm getting used to it, but then like things will pop up that I'll be like, what about this and what about that? And so one of the things is there's these things called SNPs, SNP, that when you get your genetics done at 23andMe, which is where I got them done, then you can take the raw data and put it into Genetic Genie, or my functional medicine doctor put it into, I believe it's Pure Genomics. Anyway, and one of the SNPs, actually 3 of them, maybe 4, were related to a predisposition genetically for me to be overweight, and a issue with levels of Adinponectin. So I've been researching that a little bit, and I'm going to put a link to a blog post where I will write a little bit more about that. But anyway, again, one more curiosity there. Another one is, I know it's possible to have lipedema without obesity. I saw a woman who had been a model interviewed on curelipedema.com or org, and she was a size 2 on the top and a size 6 on the bottom. That's small, at least compared to us plus size ladies. And so how does it function with weight? Dr. Perez had made a comment that at some point in my adolescence I ate more calories than I needed, and I think I took that a little bit as a jab, like not a jab on his, well, yeah, that he was kind of saying that it was my fault for overeating and that it could have been solved or prevented if someone had put me on a correct diet. Well, that's not really. What if it's a combination? Or maybe I needed to ask him, and I should ask him next time I see him, what if it's a combination of genetics and behavior? It has to be. Like, not everyone who's obese gets lipedema or lymphedema. And actually, Kathe Hotz, or Holtz, I'm not sure how she pronounces that, I should ask her. The OT that I see said that there's some information coming out of the recent convention on lipedema that I think was in Florida, that says that a lot of people with lipedema or lymphedema have some lymph abnormalities. Like there's something they were born with that was a little off with their lymphs. Now, I don't know if that means that like they're missing lymph nodes, or if it has more to do with the channels or what. Speaking of channels, yesterday was my vascular ultrasound, and that was something Dr. Perez referred me to in order to address whether I have any subcutaneous varicose vein problems, or what they call vascular reflux or vascular incompetency, which means that the veins might not be closing fully and cause some pooling of blood, or the worst case is it can be a clot. So it was an interesting procedure. Tiny bit painful, because if you have sensitive legs, which we do typically with lipedema, and I do, rolling the wand in certain places and pushing in to get the readings of the veins was a little bit painful. Not terrible. Mostly it was like a lot of ultrasound goo. Got all cleaned up, but it was kind of gross. So we'll see. Obviously, they said they don't let you leave if you have any deep vein thrombosis or whatever that word is. So I don't have that. And I'll be getting the results. Now, it doesn't, to me, mean anything about the treatment of my lipedema, except it can influence the compression wear strength. So I'm at 20 to 30. Kathe says I don't have to go up because I don't have a lot of swelling, but he could say that I have to stay at that amount if I did have varicose vein problems. Otherwise, I could possibly occasionally go down a step, I think. We'll see. So that's another question, is the compression wear, what is it mainly doing? It's mainly stopping swelling, which I don't have a ton of, or do I? Like, how do you know? Like, is it, apparently your legs swell in the evening, and I don't think I've ever registered that. Maybe I'll measure and do an experiment. You would think if it was severe, I would be noticing it. So the last thing I will tell you is that I have a couple pair of compression wear now that actually fit. The first pairs I think were actually too small. So one of them is the kind that massages, and I really like it. It has a weave that massages. And then another one I actually got in tall because I'm 5'10", and so it has the high waist and doesn't fall down, and also has enough length to not sag in the crotch, which you really don't want that in your compression wear, right, ladies? Anyway, bye.